Welcome from Sananda. Begin with your breath, finding a flow that's easy for you, comfortably full. And gather in your awareness from wherever it might be spread out into this time and this place. Let yourself feel centered in yourself. As you consider yourself, you may well recognize that you are not, as yet, wholly without fears. Some fears may come unbidden out of the blue, but other fears can be habitual, something you recognized and known about for many years perhaps. As you consider the fears you may have, you can recognize that at least most of them are about something of the world that you experience as being outside of you. There may also be fears that you have in relationship to yourself. A fear perhaps of the ferocity of your temper, for example. But we would suggest even such fears that seem to be internal about your relationship with yourself. It is how that internal fear acts upon the world that is its true source. As you consider the range of fears that you may have, from one that feels minor, manageable, to something that perhaps feels abiding and potentially overwhelming. You're likely to find that there is some degree, some kind of tension within you, that you are bracing yourself against potential attack. And that bracing yourself against attack generates responses in your body. A preparation for fight or flight. A tendency to hold yourself in tight and small, to hide. Choose now a particular fear, not necessarily a big fear, but something where there's a degree of nervousness. And use this as an example from which you can expand to more other larger fears if you choose. feel in your physical body. Something of the way that your body responds to your imagining of this particular fear. Now imagine yourself able to stand somewhere in the vicinity, not uncomfortably close, but somewhere where you can, as it were, observe the fear. Where your space and the space that the fear occupies can overlap to some degree. And permit yourself to be in this kind of proximity. And to witness, to observe, to sense that which you fear. To whatever degree you can, imagine, allow the space around what it is you fear to fill with love, not needing right now to love the fear itself, but to allow the fear, as it were, to breathe in some of this atmosphere of love. It might be that as you do this, you find your sense of the fear, the object of your fear, changing to some degree. If so, notice that. Now notice where the fear itself is. Not that which you fear, but the fear. You may find it in your body, all over, or in specific locations, or a location, an area. You may have a sense of it at a more subtle level, as having a presence in your mind or in your emotional body, such as a kind of tremor, or in your mind, anxious thoughts. Wherever or however you sense this fear, recognize that the fear is within you, whatever the external trigger or object might be. Now allow yourself to come to the part of you, for it is not all of you, however great the fear, to come to the part of you that fears. Imagine yourself sitting with that part of you. Be like its best friend. You might imagine putting your arm around that fearful part, or holding its hand, or giving it a hug. You do not need to convince it to let go of its fear. You're not arguing it into a peaceful place, but offering compassion, the warmth of your heart, your recognition of its suffering. But you also, by being a true friend to the part that fears, letting it witness, if it chooses, when it chooses, to see that you, the being, the compassionate essence of your being, knows no fear. You, the being, the essence you are, is one with all. There is nothing to fear, nothing outside, nothing beyond. In these inner spaces, time is different. Allow it to be that you can sit with this fear. In this state of compassion, for as long as is helpful. So that this fearful part knows that fearful or fearless, it is never abandoned. It too is part of the oneness, not excluded, not rejected, not insufficient, not accused, not doubted, not itself feared. Now when you are ready, and be in these spaces as long as you choose, come to the outer world